What's going on, y'all? A-Stock here, gonna be doing a video. Will Smith just put out a apology video for Chris Rock, and he was answering a bunch of different questions. And this is really like his first time speaking ever since the big epic slap at the Oscars.
Richard.
Been a minute over the last few months. I've been doing a lot of thinking and personal work. You asked a lot of fair questions that I wanted to take some time to answer. And that he did. He definitely took some time.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy. I've reached out to Chris, and the message that came back is that he's not ready to talk, and when he is, he will reach out. So I will say to you, Chris, I apologize to you. My behavior was unacceptable, and I'm here whenever you're ready to talk. I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I saw an interview that Chris's mother did, and you know, that was one of the things about that moment. I just didn't realize, and I wasn't thinking, but how many people got hurt in that moment. So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. We had a great relationship. Tony Rock was my man. And this is probably irreparable. I spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and the complexities of what happened in that moment. And I'm not going to try to unpack all of that right now, but I can say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. There's no part of me that thinks that's the optimal way to handle a feeling of disrespect or insults. After Jada rolled her eyes, did she tell you to do something? No.
A lot of people thought that.
I made a choice on my own, from my own experiences, from my history with Chris. Jada had nothing to do with it. I'm sorry, babe. I'm going to say sorry to my kids and my family for the heat that I brought on all of us. To all my fellow nominees, this is a community. It's like I won because you voted for me, and it really breaks my heart to have stolen and tarnished your moment. I can still see Questlove's eyes. It happened on Questlove's award, and it's like I'm sorry really isn't sufficient. What would you say to the people who looked up to you before the slap, or people who expressed that you let them down? So there's two things. One, disappointing people is my central trauma. I hate when I let people down. So it hurts. It hurts me psychologically and emotionally to know I didn't live up to people's image and impression of me. And the work I'm trying to do is I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself, right? I'm human, and I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit. So I would say to those people, I know it was confusing. I know it was shocking. But
It was shocking.
I promise you, I am deeply devoted and committed to putting light and love and joy into the world. And, you know, if you hang on, I promise we'll be able to be friends again.
Now, this is something that I think a lot of people going to end up reacting to and talking about. Now, this epic slap, it really did send shockwaves around the globe. It was dubbed as the slap heard around the world when it happened. Now, a lot of people did side with Will Smith in that moment, and then it kind of split. People saying he shouldn't have did it. He should have just talked about it with Chris, and then went about his way. But it was kind of crazy how after that slap, we seen like a bunch of different reports about comedians being confronted on what they say. And I think this may have been like a domino effect with what Will did. Now that it's been so long, do I think Will should even, deal what he did? It's like, I mean, I understand, because I know he was saying that people was wondering, did he do it because Jada wanted him to do it? He said, no, he just reacted. Jada may have had a look like, yo, that was a distasteful joke, but he may have just reacted out of emotion. I think this would have been like a more universal understanding if it was like some disrespect. But it's crazy that because it is like Chris Rock, he's become a bigger name now than he's ever been. He's been getting into more money, getting into more deals and stuff like that. And Will been blackballed to hell because of this. Even though it's been 3 months, do I think he should have slapped him? It's like one of the things, it'd be in the heat of the moment, you'll just react and not think. But if you had time to think, like, yeah, I don't think I would have did that. If anything, I probably would have talked to him about it. It wouldn't have been like, oh, now I got to run you my fade or something like that because of what you said. And there may be people who will end up looking at this apology like, why is he even apologizing for what he did? I mean, he got blackballed, that's one thing, and it cost him a lot. It cost him a lot of different deals. And it kind of comes to show that if you're someone who's successful, you got a lot of shit going for yourself, you can't really like be so gung-ho to want to get into a scrap, get into a fight. Sometimes you just got to walk away because you know what you got going, what you like what road you're headed down. If you know you're on like a road and you know it's going to lead to a gold mine, then it's best to just, do what it takes to, keep on that path and not try to do anything that could cost you anything big, cost you a big deal. Sometimes you gotta, in that type of industry, you gotta take a lot of abuse, you gotta take a lot of bullshit, and I think that this was just a build up. I don't think it was Chris Rock. It was just the amount of people who came at him after him and his wife admitted that, oh, we're open, and the whole situation with him and Augie. I think it's one of them things where he may have thought, like, I ain't gonna say instantly, but if he could rewind all that shit, it makes me think, would he even do it again? Like, what if he even did the red table talk in the beginning, or let alone slap the hell out of Chris Rock? But I think if the red table talk never existed, he would have never slapped Chris. But when Chris says he's ready to talk, because it's been months and he's still like, yo, I ain't ready. Either Chris is gonna do one of these where he just is in the room by himself and he's talking, Or preferably, I'd prefer it if they sit in the same room and talk it out like men and kind of, you know, come to an end to the discourse. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think that we'll end up getting a situation like that where Chris Rock and Will Smith in the same room with one another, having like a man-to-man, face-to-face convo? Let me know what you think. Till next time, it's been H Dog here, and I'm out. Peace.